Attention all racers, 8 minutes to start a race. 8 minutes to start a race.
In the men's 3x10 kilometer relay, the defending champions and the favorites, Central Oregon Community College, led by this young man, Justin Wadsworth.
Justin's a fine skier, a national team caliber skier. And Mark O'Connor from Northern Michigan University here, determined to give them a run for their money, wearing bib number 3 there. Again, as you pointed out earlier, they're wearing bibs that tell us where they've been finishing. Alaska Fairbanks, we saw there briefly. They are a new addition, have come over from the NCAA.
And like the women, they'll start for 100 meters in straight tracks using their poles to get them going here. That differs pretty wildly from what we see for the rest of this course.
Well, that's right, and just a slight lead for Central Oregon. Very fast starters. That's Justin Wadsworth out of the gate.
Very powerful and aggressive skiing by these men. They ski 2 laps of the course, tag off in the zone, 3 racers per team. We'll crown a national champion in the men's 3x10 kilometer relay here today alongside the women's champions who are watching this event.
Okay, around the clubhouse turn here, they do make a brief quarter of a kilometer loop there, and you'll see Justin Wadsworth zooming into the lead there.
Justin Wadsworth with the lead, but a whole herd behind him chasing a national championship. We'll be back. Welcome back to Waterville Valley, New Hampshire. We're in the middle of the men's cross-country 3x10 kilometer relay with Justin Wadsworth of Central Oregon Community College. Brian Drever along with Tony Hartman. And look at this, Tony, a real pack chasing Justin.
Quite a pack here. I saw Northern Michigan University. There's Western State a ways behind. The Air Force Academy was right up there with a young skier out of New England. Real interesting group of skiers. They're all right together chasing Justin Wadsworth.
Here's Justin Wadsworth, powerful style, skating up the hill, Tony.
He's actually hop skating there, Brian. Not far behind, wearing bib 5 there, Eric Jensen from the College of Idaho, Northern Michigan University, followed by bib number 7, that's Bemidji State in the all-white.
Well, the College of Idaho, Eric Jensen there, he's certainly got the most distinctive uniform, leading this pack behind the front runner, Justin Wadsworth.
Well, I'll tell you, this is good competition when you have that many teams that close together. Very steep uphill. You really get a feeling for these New England-style cross-country courses.
Well, they crest the top of this hill. Then they've got a very technical downhill, a series of S-turns that are very challenging. Whoa, look at this. John Halverson right there of Bemidji State in Minnesota gets a little sideways, crossed up. He's back on his skis, though, and into a tuck down the hill.
Well, he might have been going for it just a little bit too much. He had 2 or 3 people right behind him. It'll just show what happens if you're not careful after those long climbs.
Well, he lost a couple of positions right there, but it looks like he's back in shape again. John Halverson from Bemidji State recovering from that fall. Here's Justin Wadsworth, the leader.
Beautiful skier, Brian. Just watch his technique. You see his concentration. Actually, quite a bit of speed coming through the woods here now. The skating technique has really picked up the tempo of the sport.
Now, there's Justin Wadsworth, but right behind, actually quite a ways behind right now, and really thrashing it here. Eric Jensen, College of Idaho, is giving it everything he's got.
Well, and that looks like Mark O'Connor it is. He's chasing him wearing bib 4. This is Northern Michigan, quite a dynasty up there in Marquette, Michigan. There's Bemidji, and so John Halverson is hanging on.
And look at this guy go. Justin Wadsworth, his strategy seems to be to put his team out in front here and bury the opposition early.
Well, you'll see just how hard he's going here. This is at about 8 kilometers into the race, just going as strong as if he just started.
Right up over the top of that hill for the second time, heading for the tag zone. And here comes the race behind him. It's still neck and neck. College of Idaho and
a terrific race, Brian. Yeah, he's got 2 good skiers here really going at it. They've got some sharp uphills, some steep, quick downhills, and it'll be exciting to see who gets across the finish line, tag onto the second leg first.
Well, these two are really making a race of it in second spot. Here comes John Halverson, who's trying to get himself back together after that crash. And waiting in the tag zone, Urban Engqvist of Central Oregon Community College. He knows his teammate has got his team out in front. He's a Swede and no stranger to this cross-country skiing.
That's right. Northern Michigan University, also somewhat pensive there. We see him waiting. Brad Nelson, youngster, I believe he's only a freshman for Sten Feldheim's Wildcats.
Here comes the man after skiing 2 laps on the course, goes for the tag and makes it.
You can see how much speed he had. He almost skied right past Urban Engquist there before he even made the tag. But Engquist, also a very smooth skier. You'll see that the Americans actually brought skating to Scandinavia, or back to Scandinavia there, and Engquist already accomplished at that. Here comes Mark O'Connor from Northern Michigan University, and he did take, maybe a 1-second lead over College of Idaho. There's the tag to Brad Nelson.
A real seesaw battle between these two. Now, Engquist has already gone around the bend with a comfortable lead at this point, but these two are going to try to wear out that front runner from Central Oregon Community College. Here he goes, ponytail flying and skating up the hill.
Quite a steep uphill there after probably the longest downhill of the course, almost a half a kilometer. Central Oregon, College of Idaho and Northern Michigan, they're very close together still, just a little cat and mouse there, just like bike racing almost.
Well, they certainly are staying right together. Here comes the leader again, and he's got a comfortable lead, but it's still a very aggressive style through that S-turn that claimed John Halverson on the first leg. Here come
actually, yeah, very technical downhill. You see the Americans taking it almost better than the Scandinavian.
And waiting in the tag zone, the anchor man, John Devour Bauer, who will ski the final leg for Central Oregon Community College. They're leading it right now.
Smith and the Atlanta Braves, the season opener. Live at 7:35 Eastern on TBS, Tuesday.
John Bauer of Central Oregon Community College with a lead. Boy, has he flown out of the tag zone on his way here in the last leg of the men's 3x10-kilometer relay.
This is Northern Michigan. Kurt Schreiner getting the tag. Kurt, a member of the U.S. Biathlon team, also skiing for the Wildcats up at Northern Michigan. And John Bauer in the lead. John gliding all the way up, even in this softer corn snow.
It looks like they turned gravity off for him as he slid right up that hill. Here comes the second spot, College of Idaho. Joel Harrison chasing what might be a desperate attempt to overtake the flying leader, John Bauer of Central Oregon.
Here's a dynamic skier, Kurt Schreiner, chasing up the hill after Joel, and you see some good skiing out of that fella, but I don't think either one of them is going to be a match for this guy.
Boy, John Bauer just really putting on the style here as he is styling around this race course, no doubt about it, putting on a clinic of how cross-country racing is done.
He's very graceful. You look at Joel Harrison here, also a good skier, a veteran out of College of Idaho, but just not quite as fluid.
Well, you can see the determination. You can see almost the body language of this man who is winning and everyone else who is not.
Now, this is textbook stuff. I know his coach would like to hear me say that, but he is just chewing up the course with every step taking 3 or 4 yards.
He's got the air scoop open there, too. He's really taken on as much air as he possibly can. This is a tremendous effort that these athletes make, and they really cover some real estate in a short amount of time.
He's easily going up a 20-degree grade right there, and you'll see the difference between him and Joel Harrison. And Joel Harrison, although he had quite a lead on Northern Michigan there, it'll be interesting to see how much he stays, how far out he stays in second place.
Well, you can see almost a little resignation there by Harrison, acknowledging that perhaps the margin is just too great to make up.
And here comes Kurt Schreiner. He's hurting, but he's still going at it. You can just see the determination in his face. He wants that silver. He's not going to settle for bronze.
No surrender on this man's face as he heads over the crest of the hill. But coming into the finish line, look at this, just gliding along. It's a beautiful thing to watch. John Bauer, the man they call Devour, has eaten them alive and has clinched the victory for Central Oregon Community
Tremendous
College.
tempo, Brian, all the way through the race today. And there he comes, a well-deserved gold medal. This is the second time in a row for Central Oregon.
College of Idaho coming in behind. Joel Harrison with has fought the good fight, but has fallen short. A silver medal, he'll have to settle for that.
Well, that's a good program. Coach Chris Melgard there has done a fine job and brought them from, back 6th place a couple of years ago. They've moved up. They were 3rd last year, a silver medal this year. Next year, who knows?
Our Northern Michigan University contenders will be third. And indeed, Kurt Schreiner, biathlete, skis the anchor leg. Good for bronze medal. You know, until recently, Northern Michigan was in the NCAA. They came over to NCSA competition.
I think the competition this year in NCSA has probably been the best for NCSA it's ever been, but you know, I've raced NCAA too, and it's really comparable. I mean, it's great. It's good to see a lot of good competitors, and I hope that they can combine the two conferences sometime for a grand championship so these NCSA skiers can show what they can do too.
We're going back to slalom competition, and the men, two of the favorites, Eric Peterson and Alf Bold, teammates on BYU. Eric Peterson won